Imagine a man who can never hide his admiration. Every time he sees someone he cares about, words of praise just flow out, uncontrollably. That's Jungkook, and the person who is always the source of his admiration is Kim Taehyung. There was once a YouTube edit that lasted almost an hour, consisting solely of Jungkook talking about Taehyung's handsome face. An hour? Can you imagine? It wasn't just content. It was proof that Jungkook could never hold back his feelings. And that's where the idea for this video came from. Collecting every moment, every word, when Jungkook talks about Taehyung's good looks. Not just once, not just twice, but over and over again. Until all of us watching know for sure. In Jungkook's eyes, Taehyung is the most handsome man in the world. Let's remember, there was a live broadcast when Taehyung felt embarrassed for appearing without makeup. Instead of agreeing, Jungkook smiled and said that Taehyung still looked charming. He even added innocently, "Your legs are beautiful too." Simple words, but they felt so sincere. And who can forget when Jungkook stuttered, his face reddening, when he called Taehyung the most handsome man in the world. Namjoon even teased him because it was obvious that Jungkook was nervous. Meanwhile, Taehyung, with his awkward face, could only smile shyly and quickly change the topic of conversation. There was also a day when Jungkook secretly recorded Taehyung during a photo shoot. His cell phone camera kept zooming in on Taehyung's face until finally Jungkook whispered softly, "He's really handsome." It was a simple moment, but very honest, as if it came straight from the heart. The compliments didn't stop at the camera or live broadcasts. Even in casual conversation, Jungkook couldn't help himself. When Taehyung was cooking, Jungkook spontaneously said that he looked handsome even when he was busy in the kitchen. When they opened an album, Jungkook said again for the umpteenth time, "Taehyung is the most handsome man in the world." Interestingly, when asked to name Taehyung's strengths, Jungkook didn't choose his skills or personality, but immediately answered, "He's handsome." That simple, that honest. And there was one unforgettable moment when Jungkook had to choose between 5 Taehyungs at once, or just one 5-year-old Taehyung. He answered innocently, "If there are too many Taehyungs, I'd have to wear sunglasses, because it's too bright, too handsome." Who could argue with a reason like that? All these moments, when put together, show one thing clearly. To Jungkook, Taehyung isn't just handsome. He is the standard, the benchmark, the definition of the phrase, the most handsome in the world. And every time Jungkook says it, Taehyung always blushes, giggles, or even gets flustered. But we all know, behind that, there's a quiet pride he feels. In the end, maybe Jungkook never intended it to be a grand statement. But from the repeated little words, from the shy smile that always appears, we can see clearly. In Jungkook's eyes, Taehyung is the first image, the first face, the first figure, worthy of the title of the most handsome man in the world. I tried to collect even the small clips of Jungkook that might be overlooked when he talks about Taehyung's handsomeness. Of course, there are bound to be some details that I missed. The order is also not chronological, and you may focus more on the facts than my voice. But the point is, I want to highlight the moments when Jungkook never misses an opportunity to say how handsome Taehyung is, to the point that he sometimes reveals something that we all already know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on the social media accounts listed on the screen. Also, write in the comments section what video you want to see next. And if you enjoy this video as much as I do, I'm sure you'll agree. Hearing Jungkook talk about the most handsome man in the world is irreplaceable. One of the early moments was when Jungkook read a simple comment that he could have answered with a simple yes, but instead he emphasized that for him, Taehyung is not only handsome, but his handsomeness feels unreal. There was also a day when Jungkook stammered when calling Taehyung the most handsome man in the world, and Namjoon teased him because he looked embarrassed. Taehyung himself felt awkward and quickly changed the subject. During a live broadcast, Taehyung said he felt embarrassed for appearing without makeup, but Jungkook praised his appearance, even saying that Taehyung's legs looked beautiful. Jungkook also once said that everything suits Taehyung and made sure the fans agreed with him. In the end, Taehyung teased Jungkook back until he was speechless. There was also a moment when Taehyung was appointed as temporary leader, and Jungkook immediately complimented him by saying he was the most handsome leader. Unfortunately, Taehyung didn't catch his meaning, making Jungkook feel awkward. The praise didn't stop there. Jungkook even admired Taehyung while he was sleeping, secretly recording him during photo shoots and zooming in on his face just to say that his jawline was so handsome. Time and time again, Jungkook unconsciously uttered the same sentence: Taehyung is the most handsome man in the world. Whether it was when opening an album, rewatching an old music video, watching Taehyung perform in a reaction video, or even during simple jokes in everyday conversations, Jungkook never missed an opportunity. He praised Taehyung when he was cooking, when he was standing in front of the camera, when he was live on the beach, and even when Taehyung came carrying drinks. He always finds a way to say the same thing: "You're handsome." Once, during a joke, Jungkook said that choosing 5 Taehyungs at once would be too dazzling, so he would need sunglasses to block his charm. A funny reason, but clearly sincere. And most poignantly, every time Jungkook said that, Taehyung always looked bashful. But we all know that behind all the jokes and admiration, Jungkook truly considers Taehyung to be the most handsome man in the world. For Jungkook, Taehyung is the first image that is always engraved in his heart. All these moments, when put together, form a clear pattern. Jungkook can never hide his admiration. Every opportunity, no matter how small, is used by him to express his admiration for Taehyung. And that makes us wonder, does Jungkook realize that he has said it so many times? Or does he actually want the world to know that, to him, Taehyung is the most handsome man in the world? For us, who can only watch from the screen, these moments feel sweet, funny, sometimes making us blush too. But for the two of them, maybe it's a secret language. A simple language that can only be understood by two hearts that admire each other. In the end, we can see one undeniable truth. For Jungkook, Taehyung is not just a friend, not just a group mate. Taehyung is someone so special, someone who makes him fall in awe time and again until he never tires of saying, "You are the most handsome man in the world."